Last time on a summer adrift. We hiked deep into the Wind River Range for 4 days of backpacking, where we summited the second highest peak in the range and had a close call with a passing storm. We kept coming back to Jackson throughout the summer for one reason, and that was to summit this mountain. Finally, we returned and found that enough snow had melted, making the trek possible. Teewinot stands at 12,330 feet and rises 5,500 feet above Jenny Lake below. Oh, and did I mention it's our 5-year wedding anniversary?
Anniversary suckles.
Yep, thank you. We always like to do something special for our anniversary and thought that accomplishing this goal would be the perfect way to challenge ourselves and enjoy the day. We came prepared with ice axes, knowing that we'd encounter steep, lingering snowfields. On the other side of the snow started the 4th class climb that we had mentally been preparing for all summer.
You suppose that's maybe not a popular, but an established climbing route? You know someone's had to have gotten on top of those bitches, right?
Definitely. There's something shiny up there.
Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's a person.
Oh.
It's a helmet.
Okay, so what were you just saying?
Answer that question quickly.
It was at this point when Micah and AImee started to question whether or not they were going to continue on to the summit.
If I had better shoes, I think that would have been more reasonable, but didn't want to toe off some sketchy shit.
You feeling okay about class 4 stuff in this?
Yee.
A mountain like Teewinot is not for the faint of heart. We knew that from this point on, this climb was only going to get harder.
I might have to call it at some point. It's just fine. I don't have to summit to feel accomplished today.
Ultimately, Micah and AImee decided to turn around and head back down the mountain. For this type of climb, the right gear, experience, and comfort with exposed climbing are necessary prerequisites. We were sad to see them go, but we knew that they were making the right decision for themselves.
Yeah.
Chase, Owen, and I turned our gaze towards the summit and pressed on. This section of the climb was the most intimidated I have been in as long as I can remember. This kind of exposure meant a simple slip or fall could be fatal. But we've been climbing for years, and I had to remember to trust in my own ability and fully believe in it to push through.
It's a little bit easier to walk over. Good job.
Climbing helps us turn inward to gain a better understanding of who we are because we have to stare challenge and adversity in the face. We come out on the other side better and stronger because of it. And I can't help but think that that's what this whole year has been about. It's an opportunity to turn inward, to grow, and to come out on the other side stronger.
Well, I'm ready for a PB&J.
Yeah.
Peebs. Well, and so begins the down climb. Does it look like I have a poopy diaper? My phone is back there. That was really hard, but we did it. proud to have done it. Ta-da! Made it. Feeling complete, we put Jackson in our rearview mirror for the last time. We were hungry to explore a new area and for a milkshake or two.
Yep.
Oh yeah, give me the fucking views, baby. The trees are ending, baby. Give me the views, baby.
Long, bumpy roads always lead us to something wonderful, and this was no exception. We came back here to spend a few slow days fishing. This morning we have woken up early to catch the sunrise in this incredibly miraculous place. I am currently seated in the direction in which the sun is going to come up, and so all these hills behind me are going to light up. I think it's going to be pretty magical. Sat here last night sipping a beer before we went and made dinner. I was like, I don't want to wake up early, but I feel like I need to. While watching the sunrise, we worked up an appetite and headed back to camp to make a big breakfast. It's easy to want to constantly jump around from place to place. But these quiet days give us an opportunity to take in places on a deeper and more intimate level, so we can see the details that are often overlooked. That night, one of the most impressive lightning storms we've seen since being on the road rolled in and put on an impressive show.
Hey, bear.
After sunrise, Owen and I headed back into town to shoot off a few emails and enjoy a romantic breakfast for two. On our way out of town, we passed a fly shop and immediately pulled over. Tired of watching everyone fish from the sidelines, I picked up a brand new fly rod to call my own and took it to the first stream on our way back to camp.
My first one with my new rod. Nice.
On the drive, we noticed a thick haze had moved in. The smell gave away that it was smoke, but without service, we didn't know where it was coming from. The smoke was thick, and it was building quickly. We feared it was close, and we decided to leave first thing in the morning. When we got to town, we learned that bad forest fires had broken out all over the West. The smoke wasn't coming from nearby, but instead being blown in from a number of fires in Colorado and California.
I've noticed. It's not the greatest auto experience.
After loading up on supplies and much-needed sustenance, we decided to head to a new fishing spot that Chase and AImee were wanting to check out.
Too much. Oh my god, look at these matching outfits. This is out of control. The patio's popping.
The road had some fun obstacles, so sit back and enjoy this lovely water crossing montage. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn, like how to multitask. Fishing is often a quiet and solitary activity, but that isn't how we like to do it with this crew. We make it a family affair, taking turns casting, beers in hand, and giving each other a hard time. We enjoyed a luxurious morning, lounging around camp, and then headed out for another day of fishing. Remember what I said earlier about having a hard time slowing down? I think that the reason that Owen and I have fallen so hard for fly fishing, other than that we get to spend more time with Jason and AImee, is that it forces us to slow down and to study the small details, like how the water moves through a section of the stream, or how vibrantly colored the residents are. These are all the things that we'd otherwise never see or appreciate.
Nice.
After a day on the water, we decided to check out something that we had passed the day before. The National Museum of Military Vehicles. And it's all the way out here, in Dubois. Turns out this museum is home to the largest private collection of military vehicles anywhere in the world. It made for an incredibly fascinating afternoon of us walking around and saying, "Oh, now that would make a sweet rig," or "How would you build the interior out on that thing?" Back at camp, everyone was in a particularly good mood and broke out into a spontaneous dance party to "It's a Beautiful Day" by U2. Once again, in an effort to avoid copyright infringement, please enjoy this song instead. Next time on A Summer Adrift. What do you notice about these outfits? Oh yeah, they're the exact same.